In 2019, at that year's World Championships, Kristof Milak burst into headlines in the world of swimming, winning his first world title in style. In the 200 fly, Milak swam his way to a 150.73, breaking Michael Phelps' world record that had been standing for 10 years at that time. In the years after, Milak asserted himself as one of the best overall butterflyers in history. He would win gold in the 200 fly at the Tokyo Olympics and then swim a blazing 49.68 in the 100 fly, earning a silver medal behind Caleb Dressel's world record-setting swim and becoming the second fastest performer in history. And then 1 year later, Milak earned himself double golds at the 2022 World Championships. In the 200 fly, he reset his own world record with a 150.34, and in the 100 fly, he won his first ever gold in the event with a 50.14. But after that record-setting Worlds, Milak became a bit of a question mark for the future. Things started just before 2023 Worlds when Milak's event lineup was reduced, eliminating the 100 and 200 freestyles that he was looking to add to his 100 and 200 butterfly events. The Hungarian national head coach, Csaba Sós, stated that this was because, to be honest, there were periods when his preparation was not adequate. But nothing can be deduced from that. But he is certainly not in such a state that he can swim more events now. However, things would get even rockier just a couple of weeks after that, with Milak officially withdrawing from the 2023 World Championships. In a statement issued by Milak, he stated, "I'm not even close to my top shape. Those 100% which is required to reach the top, and I'm not the one who would be content with anything less. And now I've hit rock bottom." Milak does end the statement with a hopeful, "Don't be afraid, I'll be back soon." That glimmer of hope showed close to the end of the year when Milak announced that he would be racing in the Swimming World Cup before withdrawing from the meet. After Milak's withdrawal, Sós continued to make statements about Milak's lack of substantial work in the pool. Sós would continue giving these kinds of statements. In December, he said that he hasn't done any meaningful work for months. But Milak would finally make his return to racing in early April of this year. Finally, the clock would be able to confirm if anything we'd heard was accurate. And Milak seemed to be in pretty good shape. He clocked times of 48.38 and 21.89 in the 150 freestyles, and then a 155.43 in the 200 fly, and most promisingly, a 50.99 in the 100 fly for his last swim of the meet. Those are some pretty solid results, especially breaking 51 seconds in an in-season 100 fly. So what will we hear next about Milak? A month after those championships, reports surfaced claiming that Milak had missed 32 out of 38 practices in the 27 days since the end of Hungarian Nationals. But once again, let's allow the clock to do the real talking, not an unnamed informant. We would next see Milak compete in the Mare Nostrum series of meets. At the Barcelona stop, Milak improved his 100 fly time to actually tie his own Mare Nostrum record that he set in June of 2021, just before his 49.6 swim at that year's Olympics. But in the 200 fly, Milak was defeated for the first time since 2020, where he lost a race right after having COVID. Afterwards, Milak's primary coach had some updates to give about his status. Kristof is strong and fast, but his endurance is far from what it used to be. This is a direct consequence of the training work he has done so far, as well as, maybe outsiders think he is capable of a miracle, but today's swimming has shown that there are laws in the sport that are difficult to override. Although Paris is the goal, it has to be said that what has happened so far contains traces of Olympic preparation. But Milak had one more stop in the Mare Nostrum series, so how would he follow up these swims? Well, in the 200 fly, Milak would improve his time from Barcelona by over a second and a half, with most of the improvement coming on the first half of the race. That swim also just misses Milak's own Mare Nostrum record of 153.89 from 2022, which is the same year where Milak last set the 200 fly world record, as well as ranks Milak as the second fastest in the world this year. And in the 100 fly, it was a new Mare Nostrum record for Milak as he blasted a 50.75. Just like the 200 fly, his opening 50 was where the difference was made from the Barcelona swim. That swim was also enough to elevate Milak to 4th in the world this season, pushing him past the tie between Dressel and Hubert Koch. So we seem to have two completely conflicting stories when it comes to Kristof Milak. On one hand, stories are constantly surfacing about how Milak is either missing out on practices or just not putting in enough work. But on the other hand, Milak is swimming pretty fast, going faster right now than he was at the same time of the year in some of his best seasons. Personally, I'm just gonna wait and see the times that Milak is actually putting up in the pool. I want him to be fast in Paris because I think that's gonna make for more exciting races, so I'm not gonna go out of my way to convince myself that that won't be the case. What do you think about Milak so far? Are these concerns about his training accurate and something that will come to a head when it's time to taper, or is it some strange smoke and mirrors tactic to motivate Milak or distract his opponents? Let me know down below.